My name's Elisa Jane Carmichael and I'm a Ngugi woman from Quandamooka country, and I'm a fibre artist. Our country, Quandamooka country, is one of the most beautiful places on earth, and our strong connection and presence of our ancestors there and saltwater people can be felt by all the people who travel and respect our country. One of the reasons that I love being an artist is that the process of using my hands and looking at my hands and having it as a way of connecting with the hands of our ancestors. I want people to see that our weaving is alive, because our weaving was sleeping for some time. We use the word sleeping because it was having a rest. Our elders weren't allowed to weave. Weaving practices were forced to stop. So my grandma's generation weren't able to weave, and we've been working together as a family and some other Quandamooka artists who were weaving as well. And we've woken up our weaving practices and are bringing them back to life. And I really want people to see that they're alive and strong, and we'll keep them going for future generations. Sharing stories through the works that I make informs the way that I start creating a new piece. Some people might look at the work that I make and see it as a basket, but to me, it's not just a basket. It has a whole meaning that comes behind it, especially within the materials that I use to create my work. Recently, I made a body of work which was called Woven Landscapes, which were basket forms, and they had elements of country that I created through weaving patterns, and they were looking at our landscape of Quandamooka country and the impacts from mining. And so creating vessels that hold these stories about caring for country and protecting our beautiful lands at home. This year, I'm a finalist in the National Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander Art Awards for my work Fabric of Place. So this work was entirely made on Minjerribah on North Stradbroke Island, and these fabrics were exposed on the beach. I placed the fabrics down on the shoreline by the water's edge, and the sand and salt water have made their own marks and their own imagery onto these panels. And then within the work there is also some fabrics which have been eco-dyed with gum leaves and banksia leaves and materials from the bush. And so that's looking at bringing together the sand, the salt water, the bush, the fresh water, our reed adornments, and bringing these reed adornments which live in museum collections overseas back home and placing them back on country. One of the reasons why I make artwork is for the process of being able to connect with our ancestors' hands. So within the works that I weave, I'm using the same materials that our ancestors wove with, and also the same techniques. I feel like weaving is something that my hands have always known how to do, and they've been guided along through this process of learning how to revive our weaving practices. We need to keep these practices alive and growing and going. So our younger generations can carry these on, and they can stay alive and continue on for future generations.